Favorite part of the job is definitely the winning against a bad guy who's doing his best to beat you in the game, the criminal game, and knowing that that day you won. You were better than him that day. The worst pain that I've dealt with in my life was probably the emotional pain from my past. Physical pain goes away quickly. Emotional pain don't. I went through a bad divorce. Of course, my kids were moved away to another city. I'm constantly having to deal with, missing, ball games, missing school outings, missing, birthday parties and stuff like that, which was very tough. I've gone through relationships that involved alcoholism, involved, like I said, verbal abuse, physical abuse, infidelity. I went through deep depression for a short period of time, and I finally realized that that was getting me nowhere. It was making me feel worse than I did before. Ways that I would cope with things is I would work. I'd work constantly. I'd go into work hours early. I'd stay hours late. I would work anything I could get my hands on. On my days off, I'd fill up full days off with work from the time I got up to the time I got home, to where when I got home I was so tired that I just wanted to go to bed so I could start it all over, so I didn't have to sit and have any downtime to where I would think about things that were going on in my life. With me, it took changing my whole outlook about life, outlook about people, outlook about my faith. I had to look inside myself and realize that even though I didn't think I was a bad person, I wasn't who I should be, especially not in the eyes of God. The way it happened is one day I was actually on the way to Walmart, and for whatever reason made a right turn on River Rock on a Wednesday night and came to a Wednesday night service, and it was that's what started basically the rebuilding of my life. Every day I would pray, not for somebody to come back or me to get through a situation or for things to be better, or every day I prayed solely for strength to endure what I was going through. And once I realized that that's what I had to do versus asking for specific things to happen, then I was able to deal with the problems that I was facing at the time. I don't know many people that are so strong that they can handle any problem by themselves. I know I couldn't. There was a time I thought I could, and I quickly realized that I was not strong enough to do that. Put your faith in God. You'll be surprised what happens if you really put your faith in God.